girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She had this name because her grandmother gave her a red hood and she wore it every day. And you know, her grandmother loved her very much. Until one day, her grandmother was sick. And then her mother told her to bring a basket of food for her grandmother. But before Little Red Riding Hood goes to her grandmother's house, her mother told her to be very careful and do not leave the path. And after that, the Little Red Riding Hood walked into her grandmother's house. But on the way to her grandmother's house, she met a big bad wolf. She was so afraid. But the wolf was not that bad. He just wanted to meet that little girl.
Oh! Hey, Little Red Riding Hood, where will you go?
Oh, hi, Wolf, said the Little Red Riding Hood. Well, you see, I bring this basket of food for my grandmother. She is sick today, so she needs a good food.
All right then. But where does she live?
Well, she lives in a village at the other side of these woods.
Okay then. But can I walk beside you?
Of course you can. After that, the wolf and the Little Red Riding Hood walked together into grandmother's house. But then they stopped again because the wolf told her to pick those beautiful flowers for her grandmother. And then the Little Red Riding Hood left the path and picked those flowers for her grandmother. Meanwhile, the wolf ran away into her grandmother's house. And when he's in there, he knocked the door and said, "Hello, is there anyone inside? I want to bring you this basket of food," said the wolf. He pretended to be Little Red Riding Hood. And then her grandma comes and said, "Yes, darling, of course, you can get in." But what a surprise! When she opened that door, the wolf pushed her and locked her in a cupboard. "Please help me! Get me out of here!" And after that, the wolf wore undernight grandma dresses and put her glasses on and jumped into a bed. After that, the Little Red Riding Hood arrived in that house. And he tried to knock that door, but no one was opening for her. And then she said, "Hello, grandmother, are you inside? I want to bring this basket of food for you." But no one was answered. The door was not locked, and then she tried to get into that house and go to her grandmother's bedroom. She was very strange. Why? Because she saw her grandmother against her body. Before she give the basket of food for her grandmother, she asked to her grandmother, "Grandmother, what a big ears do you have?" "Oh yes, darling, all the better to hear you with." "But grandmother, what a big eyes you have." "Yes, all the better to see you with." "But grandmother, what a big hands you have." "Ah, all the better to hug you with." "But grandmother, I never saw you have a big and terrible mouth before." "Ha ha," said the wolf, "all the better to eat you with." And then the wolf jumped up from the bed, and the Little Red Riding Hood get out from that house and found some help. Please help me! Someone! There's a wolf inside! Please! Just then, a hunter hunting something. And after that, he heard Little Red Riding Hood cries. And he ran into that house, put the gun, and said to that wolf, "Hey wolf, get out from here or I will shoot you." And then the wolf ran away from that house as fast as he can. And finally, her grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood lived happily ever after. So, everyone, the moral message of this story is we must not believe in strangers. And second, please listen to your parents because it's very important. Just here and thank you.